All right, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? We are really going to try this model. This is the letter R. And if you are ready to really try this exercise, let's get started. First thing, let's take a look and notice that we got a lot of lines in this one. We got a vertical line, vertical line, vertical line, a bunch of horizontal lines, and some slope lines. This is just like the P challenge from before. Not hold your P, but create a P. We're going to go ahead and draw a vertical line here, and we're going to draw a horizontal line, and I'm going to create a couple of horizontal lines. I got one horizontal, two horizontal, three, and four. So make sure one, and another one here, another one here. So let's see. So top of the R, middle of the R, bottom of the R. Okay. Now, next thing I want to notice is that we need some vertical lines. So we're going to add some vertical lines between here and here. It's not quite vertical yet, but it'll get us started. We'll run one from here to here. This is going to be horizontally aligned with the origin and vertical. So we'll go ahead and grab those. And we're going to ignore this leg for the moment. Let's go ahead and make these lines vertical. And I want a vertical alignment between all the points. So vertical alignment between those, vertical alignment between those, vertical alignment between these, vertical alignment between these. All right. Now I can do some pushing and pulling. Those things look pretty good. Keep those apart. All right. Let's go ahead and add so I just have one horizontal lines vertically aligned here. And then I have some vertical lines, and then those are vertically aligned there. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get my tangent tool. I want the tangent arc. We'll click the end of this line, grab the outside of that point. Then we'll grab the end of this line and grab that point. And we're going to start pushing and pulling. Looking pretty good, but looks like those center points don't stay together. So we want to make those center points come together just like they do over here. You'll see that this center point over here is one center point for two arcs. Here we have two center points for two arcs. So let's make those coincidents. I'm going to grab the coincident tool and click both of those. And escape and drag and pull. Just go together. That looks good. Coming together. Looks good. All right. Excellent. Now let's go ahead and put this leg on it. Okay. Looks like the leg starts here at this point. So let's go ahead and take that. And it comes down to line up with the origin. So we'll bring it down to the origin. And it's a horizontal line. And then it comes up here and touches there. Now, when we go up here to grab this is really important. I don't know whether that's along the midpoint or not. So I'm going to make sure that I do not get any other. I just want it to touch this line, but I don't want it to be at the midpoint of this line. So I'm going to go away from the midpoint and click and release. All right. Now, these are parallel to each other, so I want to make sure that these two lines are parallel to each other. And take the parallel constraint, which is on your drop-down menu. It's also the letter B on your keyboard. We'll click both of these. Get those parallel to each other. All right. Now when I go in here, start pushing and pulling, that's moving. I like that. Okay, it's moving together. All right. Now it's time to go ahead and add some dimensions. I think we got just about everything we need, but we'll see as we add dimensions. We've got overall height of 68 from the origin up to the center point. So let's add that 68 millimeters. We've got a X direction measurement from the left datum point to the right there at 32 millimeters. We've got 23 millimeters and 11 millimeters for the radii. So 23 for the outer radius, 11 for the inner radius. We've got a conflict there. So let's figure out what's going on here. Why did that? Oh, looks like I somehow got these accidentally lined up with each other in between these two. So coincident, that's not the one. 68. What am I messing up? No, it doesn't like it, so I'm just going to delete that. If you get that, you shouldn't get that error, because that's connected to this. I'm pretty confident about that, because yeah, that's not moving. All right, let's go ahead and continue. See what else pops up. We got 14 from here to here. We got 12 from here to here. 12 millimeters. And that is turned fully constrained. Interesting. Or what else I've got going on there? Nope, it's stuck. If you find yourself in a situation where things aren't fully constrained, where you got lines that are blue, all you got to do to fix that is just grab on the line and see how it moves. If it moves, then that's whatever the movement it's making, well, that's the constraint it needs. So this, for example, is getting bigger and smaller, so that means it needs a dimensional constraint. And this guy is not moving. But if I were to say, come over here and remove that parallel constraint, those parallel constraints, this can move in and out, and these can move independently. So when you see that that gets wider and skinnier, that means I need a parallel constraint. So I'm going to go up and grab my parallel tool, which is B on the keyboard, and click the two lines that I would like to make parallel to each other. Of course, now you can see that they move this way. Oh, what am I missing my parallel constraint to? I know I removed a parallel constraint, but I think that parallel was connected over here. So what I need is actually, if I pay close attention, you'll notice that there is a point here that's lined up with. So I want to line this point up with the end of that. But I don't know what I could do. I could create a construction line, a vertical construction line. And I can make this line tangent to there. We could also do what I did over here, which is create a point and have this point and that point vertically aligned. A lot of ways to get through this problem, solve it. Just be aware that these line up when things are all said and done. It's all black and trimmed in. Everything will, once it's fully constrained, everything will turn black. Looks like I forgot a gadget here, so let's go ahead and trim that out. And there it is. So have fun with this, see what you can create. I know this is a little bit longer than yesterday's challenge, but you're up to it. Do an awesome job. Keep being awesome.